Hey friends, happy Monday. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. So glad that you are here with me. I am live on my Facebook page. If you happen to be watching in archive on YouTube or Facebook, thank you for being here. And this is our 3-card weekly reading. We do it every Monday. What's going to happen is I will pull 3 cards for the collective. What are the energies that we can all expect to be dealing with this week? And then for those who are here with me live, I will do single card readings for the week ahead for as many people as I can get to. Let me say hi to some folks here today. Melanie, Claire, Teresa, happy to see you all. Kathy, nice to see you. Elizabeth, glad you're here. Jean, happy to see you. Rocio, glad that you're here. Lori Hahn, nice to see you. Leisha, happy to see you. Martha Vink, nice to see you here. Thanks to everyone who came to our meetup on YouTube yesterday. If you're not aware of this, I do have a YouTube channel. It's Christiana Gaudet. And there's a playlist, Tarot Webinars. On that playlist is every class and webinar that we have done already, so you can watch those in archive, and also the links for the ones coming up for next month. I've got 2 classes and 3 meetups coming up on YouTube. And in fact, Global Tarot Circle, that has met here on Facebook for many years, has actually moved over there. The Facebook group is still here, so you can ask to join that group, Global Tarot Circle. I also want to remind you that I have a premium class coming up on Wednesday, sharing wisdom, reading for others. If you read for others, if you want to read for others, either casually or professionally, this is a class for you. You can sign up for it by looking at the events here on my Facebook page or going to my website, christianagaudet.com. All right, so you know that sometimes on Mondays, I like to use a different deck. And today I have pulled out my copy of the Handle Tarot. Do you know this deck? It's a classic. And it's really its own thing. It's a little more Crowley based than Waite, but it's a lot of fun. Okay, well, fun is maybe not the right word for it. It's pretty deep. That's the right word for it. It's a very deep deck. So using the Handle Tarot, let's see what energies will be around us and available to us this week. Hey, Diana Price, nice to see you here. Julia, nice to see you here. Barbara O'Brien, happy to see you. Okay, so all righty, so we have the 7 of Swords to begin with. And the key word that Handel gives for this is uselessness. Now, there is a certain political convention going on this week, but I'm not saying this is about that. I'm not. But the thing is, with this card, you are asked to look in your own life for the week. What is serving you? What is serving you? What is not serving you? So when we talk about the convention, does it serve you to watch the convention? Does it not? Does it serve you to engage in political conversations with people? Does it not? Maybe it's on a more personal level. Maybe there are people around you who are not behaving with integrity. And, does interacting with them serve you? Maybe you have been tempted to behave in a certain way that does not have integrity. Maybe you need to look at that. So the 7 of Swords typically is known as the Thieves card. In this deck, it's called uselessness. And so we need to look at this week what has integrity and what serves you. That's really the question. Now, next card, Justice. So, I really try to stay away from political conversation. I recognize we all have our own worldview, our own point of view, and I try to make everyone feel safe at my table and in my space, regardless of where you're at or what your perspectives are. But it is interesting that, between these 2 cards, We are all being called in our personal lives, in our professional lives, and in our participation in our larger community to look at what is right and what is fair. We have the Seven of Swords, which is about integrity, and we have justice. And so figure it out. Figure it out for yourself. Figure it out in terms of how you interact with the people around you. How can you treat yourself and others fairly? How can you participate in our larger conversation in a way that seems just and fair and right? How can you make sure you're treated fairly? How can you treat other people fairly? That is what it's all about so far. Let's take a look. Okay, Mother of Swords in the South. This is an interesting deck because usually we put swords in the East. This deck puts swords in the South, and therefore could also connect swords somewhat with the element of fire as well as with air. But one way or the other, this is about nurturing truth and integrity. So the message here is very clear for the week. Have integrity, be on the lookout for those who don't, treat everyone fairly, make sure you are treated fairly, and look at how you are going to participate in your community, in your country, in your nation, in your county, in your state. How are you going to participate in a way that feels like you have integrity, in a way that feels like you are honoring justice and doing the right thing? I'm not here to tell you what that is. I'm just here to tell you you need to make that decision for yourself, and you need to do it now. And Diana has had a loss. We are all so sorry for her. And we will certainly get to her for a reading. So I am scrolling back, and I will get to absolutely as many people as I can. And I hope you don't mind. I'm going to let Diana skip forward in line because of the loss that she has had. Diana, Daughter of Wands in the East. And very often the daughter cards are like the pages. And so I think this is about the animal that you had to unfortunately let go of. And this is saying that though you will grieve her, she is fine, she is well, her spirit is fine, and she will be with you and she will make herself known to you, just as she is doing with this card. She will make herself known to you. Okay, thanks everyone for your support and for allowing me to let Diana jump ahead. Okay, now I'll go in order. And let me just say hi to a few more people who came. Lori, happy to see you here today. Let's see, Neil, nice to see you. T, Uma, Marion, Sirius, so happy to have all of you here today. And if you don't mind hanging in, I have enough time. I think I can get to everyone. So here we are. Rosia, what do we see for you? The sun. This is a week to let yourself shine, to know that you are strong and smart and capable, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Let yourself shine. Jean Mnuchin, happy to see you here. You get the Two of Cups. So this is the card of love. And I know that, you may still be in quarantine or just coming out of quarantine in your new home, but I think this is about meeting new people. I think this is about coming to love your new situation and your new home. So I'm very excited for what this week may bring for you. Okay, Elizabeth, how will your husband Rich's work week go? Let's see his card for the week. The Mother, the Spider Woman, the Mother of Stones in the West. And again, this deck does the directions differently than most of us are used to. But Mother of Stones would be like the Queen of Pentacles. And so he really needs to think about how he wants to nurture his career. Not just how he wants to nurture the week or the store or the employees for right now, but where he wants his career to go and what he wants that to look like. He'll have some opportunity to think about that and talk about that. Hey, Leisha, the Wheel of Fortune. This week for you, there'll be some ups, there'll be some downs. Be ready to roll with it. But ultimately, things turn in your favor. Lori Hans, so nice to see you. How do we see this for you? The Father of Stones in the West. So this is interesting. Again, it would be like the King of Pentacles. So this could have to do with your own father. It could have to do with your boss. It could have to do with your job. There is a lot here about taking care of your responsibilities this week, but do not let your responsibilities get you down. Okay, Teresa, how is your week? Oh my gosh, the 10 of Wands. Heavy. You got some heavy stuff to deal with. Get through it, one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. But if you find that you are carrying energies, beliefs, tasks, worries, upset, things that you don't need to be carrying, by all means, let them go. Do that inventory this week. Okay, Kathy Lipinski, so nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. 5 of Stones. This deck calls it material difficulty. I tend to see it a little more happy than that, but it's really about looking for your opportunities. It may be about having things in your household not go well, a broken appliance, things of that nature. It may have to do with figuring out how you're going to move your career forward. But you want to be careful because with this card, we can get an attitude of, man, this is never going to succeed. This is not going to go the way I want it to. You're not allowed to have that attitude. Look for the opportunities. Don't let any kind of discouragement stick with you. That's the important thing this week. Okay, Martha Vink. Swiftness. The 8 of Wands. So you're going to find that things are going to move very, very quickly for you. You're going to have a lot you have to do this week. You'll get to all of it. You'll be brilliant. You'll do well. But you will not let any grass grow under your feet this week, Martha. Laura, nice to see you here. Erica, nice to see you. Here's a card for you, Erica. The 6 of Cups. In this deck, they call it happiness. It is a card of happiness, and that's good. It's also a card of reunions. You might find this week that you talk to someone you haven't talked with in a long time, that you share some happy memories, that you plan a time to get together to see someone or to talk to someone that you have not spoken with in a long time. Okay, Melanie, so nice to see you. 7 of Stones, the 7 of Pentacles. So this can be a card of hard work, and it can be a card of feeling like things are not going to go the way you want them to. You are not allowed to stay in that headspace. There may be some things you're trying to sort out. There may be some work that you're trying to get done. I know you're retired, but you know, life is full of work. And really look at where you're tending your garden, where you're planting your seeds. What do you want to work on? What do you want to participate in? And keep your mood light where all of that is concerned. Christina Reed, so nice to see you. The 3 of Cups. This is a card of happiness. You may even get a little break. You may get to spend some time with people you enjoy. You may be able to celebrate some of your success. So this is wonderful. I think you'll have a good week. Barbara Ann, nice to see you. Barbara Ann, the Lovers. So on a more mundane level, on a more practical level, Barbara Ann, this can talk about what do you want in your life and what you don't want in your life. This week, you may be making some decisions about who you want in your life, who you don't want in your life, who your friends are, who your friends aren't, what integrates in your life well and what doesn't. However, this card can also speak specifically to your romantic life, so there may be some decisions there as well. Karen Winkle, nice to see you. Richness, the 10 of Stones. This is like the 10 of Pentacles. And so this week you are really asked to enjoy. You are really asked to enjoy everything that you have, to see the richness that is yours and to experience it that way. Be in a place of gratitude and recognize everything that you have that is good. Okay. Hey, Rocio, I think you were my very first, you were my second one. I did, name, sorry. You were my second one. So if you missed it, make sure you just rewind and you'll get it. Okay, very good, very good. Let's see. Where am I now? Hang on a minute. Okay, Neil. Neil Petrano, nice to see you here. Okay, in this deck, it's called the Eon. It's the card of judgment. What must you put closure to? What must you let go of? And what must you open up to? Those are the important things. Those are the important things. Closure and opening, endings and new beginnings. Okay, Claire, I did not miss you. I'm doing Laura and then I'm doing you. Okay, Laura. And let me just speak a little bit more to Neil, if I may, please. In terms of that, remember, you're in charge of this. You're in charge of what you get to put closure to and what you get to open up to. And remember in all of this, the power of your voice, the power of your ability to speak truth and to share that truth with others. Okay. Now, Laura, sometimes that second chapter of a message comes in. It takes a minute. Okay, let's see what we see for you, Laura. Daughter of Cups in the North. Breed of Ireland is who it is. That's one of my favorite goddesses. I absolutely love that. Daughter of Cups would be like the Page of Cups. And when we look at this, you know, I recognize you as a daughter are there taking care of your parents, but also recognize your own power going forward. Recognize your strength, recognize your ability to create in your life what you want to create. And look at that this week for sure. Okay, Claire Carter, here you go. Claire, the Tower. I know, this is the card that like no one really likes to see, but it can be really helpful in clearing away the things that you don't need. Allow the energy of this card, Claire, to say, I have had enough and I'm not going to deal with that anymore. And to say, this is my truth and that's the truth we're dealing with. And to say, you know, this was my truth, but now things are changing. Allow change and allow the healing that change can bring to you. Hey, Sandy Stokey, nice to see you here today. Okay, Misty Foster. You're the second one to get this, the Two of Cups. Be open to loving relationships this week, whether it's friends, family, romance. Be open to having that connection with people this week. From Claire, I get an okay in big letters. Very good. Okay, Barbara O'Brien, nice to see you. The Universe, which in other decks would be the World. So this really says, man, you can have what you want. And this week, you want to think about in the big picture, what do you want? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to have in your life? That's what you need to think about this week. You can start to make it happen. Julia Quatrano, so nice to see you here today. I shuffled and you also got the Universe. So recognize your choices are yours. Recognize you have the ability to create the life you want And if you do not create the life you want, it is not someone else's fault. You have the ability to do it. Do what you want to do. Okay, TK, how are you doing? The Ace of Wands in the East. So this says to me, this week you may get some important information that will help you know what comes next. Make sure you let us know when you do. Varnica, nice to see you. The Emperor. This is all about how you act within your community, and it suggests a need this week to be very responsible to the people around you, to really work to create stability in your own life. Felicia, 8 of Swords. In this deck, it's called Interference. Very often, I think this is a card of anxiety, things that are bothering you, things that are worrying you. Could be things other people are doing, could be things going on in your own head. But you really need to look at what is your way out from around that. This could be a little bit of a difficult week, but it is within your power to move past that and move on to something better. Puck Smith, nice to see you here. The Mother of Stones in the West. So this would be like the Queen of Pentacles. And so this is about taking care of what needs to be taken care of this week. Very practical card. Nurture your bank account, nurture your work, nurture your home, nurture yourself, nurture the people around you. Okay. Hey, Lori Basevich, nice to see you here. T. McConnell, nice to see you. T has asked for a card. Here is a card for you. You're the second person to get this today. 7 of Stones, which would be like the 7 of Pentacles. So work, 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 and wondering if your work is really going to have the effects that you want it to. Don't get caught in that headspace, but do try to work smart. You can't work any harder. We can always work smarter. Okay. Okay, Uma Elizabeth, here we go. You're the second one to get this. The Tower. I am shuffling, folks. Uma, there may be changes ahead, and you've gone through a lot of change recently. But there may be changes ahead, whether internal or external. Allow it. Allow the changes, and what happens after will be healing. Changes, then healing. Okay, Marion Kirk, you made me laugh this morning. Thank you so much for that. Let's see what we got for you. 4 of Swords. In this deck, it's called Truce. You know, there are some times you just need to meditate and do magic. Other things you just need to give a rest to. Other things you need to recover from. Do all this week. Hey, Kevin Mason, nice to see you here. Okay, Jessica Rivera, nice to see you. Excuse me, please excuse me. Jessica, you get the Magician. What you need to know this week is you have the tools, the skills, the abilities, everything you need to move yourself forward. You just need to figure out where you want to go. Michael Wells, nice to see you. You're the second one to get this. Interference, the 8 of Swords. I see this as the card of anxiety. I think very often this card speaks to our worries, our concerns, our anxieties. And so you need to look at the things that are bugging you and the things that are holding you back and figure out if they're real or not. If they're not real, make them go away. If they are real, figure out what you have to do to make them go away. Okay. Very good, very good. Hey, Lori Basevich, nice to see you. You get the card of Science, the 6 of Swords. So we often see this card as being about sailing towards smoother waters, but it tells you that you need to make your decisions based on logic. Be logical this week and things will go well. Sammy Joe, nice to see you. Sammy Joe, you get the 8 of Cups. It feels like this week you may be reflecting on some things that did not go as well as you would like them to. Reflect on it, figure it out, move on, and move on to better things. Okay, hey, Trisha Knit Faster, nice to see you. The Son of Stones in the West, this is like the Knight of Pentacles. This could be about getting a new job. It could be about finding your way forward. There could be some frustration, feeling like things are not going as quickly as you would like. But one way or the other, you are moving forward, and that's what you need to know. Okay, Taylor Spence, nice to see you. The 3 of Wands for you, Taylor, the card of virtue. This is a card of success. Looks like you will do some things this week that will be very successful. Very good. Marina Lini. Am I pronouncing that correctly? I sure hope so. I apologize if not. Here is your card for the week. 5 of Stones. So this again can be about feeling like things aren't going the way you want, especially when it comes to money and sort of practical things. You may need to look this week to find your opportunities. Zuri, nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Zuri, you get the High Priestess, no surprise. Recognize that you are on your path. You are doing what you need to do. I need to reach out to you because I need a product from you, in fact. So I'll be reaching out to you later today. Zuri has the Yacht Zuri shop. Great products, really, really wonderful things. So you are the High Priestess. Be in peace, be in balance, and know that all is well. Okay, very good. Hey, Melissa Grosso, nice to see you. 5 of Wands, card of conflict. That might be conflict within you. It might be conflict with people around you. It might be conflict with other people, whatever. Figure out what is true and what is right, and don't allow yourself to be brought down by conflict. Okay, folks. Very good. I am coming to the end. Okay, this will be my last one for Angela from South Africa. Your card for the week, you're the second one to get this. 6 of Swords. This week, really focus on being logical as you move forward. There have been some difficulties. Things are getting better, but logic is the way forward. Mind over emotion. Folks, it is time to sign up for class. We have a great class coming up on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Sharing Wisdom, Reading for Others, $37.50 to attend. It's a 2-hour class on Zoom. If you read for others or would like to read for others, this is a class that you need. You can sign up right here on my Facebook page. Go to the events. Go to my website, christianagaudet.com. and look for the events there as well. You can also begin to see events coming up for September. You can also sign up for my Tarot Topics weekly newsletter. It comes out every Wednesday. And right there on my website, you can schedule a reading with me. I want to thank you all so much. I will be back on Thursday with our Tarot Topics weekly newsletter recap. On Friday with the Friday weekly wrap-up. And on Saturday with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I thank you all so much for being here. Please like this video, share it, and if you have not liked this page, Christiana Gaudet, please do. Thank you so much. I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great week.